What's up, guys? Hello. Hit my knees. It's been a minute since I recorded a makeup video because I'm actually recording this. This is Saturday, July 20 something. It's terrible. I don't even know. 21st, 22nd. I don't know. Something like that. And I've been struggling with dermatitis right here, and I still have some residual. It is finally clearing up. It's been quite the time trying to get this figured up. I'm now on my third different treatment option. Sorry, I'm fidgeting with my hair so much here. To get it cleared up, and we finally found something. So I'm on day 5 of an antibiotic, and it is finally starting to clear up. So I just really haven't been wearing makeup. This has been going on for almost 3 months. So I really haven't been wearing a lot of makeup. One, life has just been crazy. My nutrition business is just insane right now. And I don't have time, honestly. I hit the floor running between recording my workouts and client check-ins, and then basically as soon as I'm done with work, I have Finley, and it's just been really busy. So I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup. 1, because of dermatitis. 2, just because of time. I just honestly haven't had time to do it, and I haven't gone anywhere. We have not gone anywhere. We did go to Punta Cana a little bit ago, and I tried recording some videos there to show you how I was doing makeup on the beach, because it was super simple and light and just really easy and pretty. But the Wi-Fi there was absolutely terrible, and the lighting was there, and I just couldn't get it figured out. So other than that, I honestly have not really worn much makeup. Just life has not, it's just not been a makeup kind of life the last couple of months. So tonight we're actually having a date night. I am going to do a light makeup look. I haven't been putting makeup on here because on the dermatitis, because I've been putting creams and things on it and just wanted to let it heal. It's finally healing, so I'm gonna do a little bit of coverage, nothing like crazy. So it might still be showing when I'm done. I'm not trying to get a lot of makeup on it. So I just want to preface with that when you come through it and be like, it didn't cover that. If I wanted to completely cover it, I 100% could, but I'm just going very light coverage on that. I'm finally on a good streak of it looking like it's healing, and I don't want to put anything on it that might irritate it. So with that said, okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do a little color correction underneath my eye. I've gotten a little bit of sun this summer. You can see this is actually sports bra tan. I haven't been laying out by the pool. I haven't even had a chance, honestly, to go to the pool. It's been that busy. And this is just from doing outdoor workouts, basically on Saturday mornings. And then when I'm outside, like playing with Finley, riding my bike, whatever it is, typically in a sports bra. So I have this beautiful sports bra tan right now. So anyways, okay, I'm gonna go in with Frenchie, and this is the blend brush. And I'm lightly gonna put a little bit of that here to color correct underneath my eye. Now remember, when you're color correcting, you have to color correct the color correction. So you always use the lightest amount of product to lay down first. You can always build on it. But there's a lot of videos out there where they are just piling on this color correction, and it is gonna end up looking cakey. It's gonna sit in your lines. It's gonna clump up. Don't do that. Go light. Less is more, especially with the Saint makeup. Less is more, I promise you. If I'm gonna color correct a little bit of redness. So I'm gonna use Aspen right here and color correct a little bit of the redness I have right here. If you have oily skin, I would recommend priming your oily skin. Big freckle that pops out with a little bit of sun. Color correct that guy a little bit. I would use a matte primer just in the areas where you are oily. Do not put it all over your face. If you have normal to dry skin, try this makeup without a primer first, and you're really gonna be surprised. Now you do have to set this makeup, okay? 100% you have to set this makeup, and we'll come to that when I get to that point. But if you have normal to dry skin, try it without a primer first. I don't use a primer at all, and I really like the way that it looks on my skin. Okay, so this is the Triple D brush. I am gonna go into my brightening Excuse me. Maybe I can figure out how to edit that out. Maybe I'm not. And if it's not, I apologize. I sneeze in every single video I record, especially today. Allergies have been terrible. Okay, 3D brush. I'm going into my brightening highlight, or it would be considered what is your concealer. I'm gonna use the small end of my Triple D brush, lightly pick up the tiniest amount of product, and this goes anywhere that we want to brighten. So I'm putting a little bit on the outside corners of my eye, inside corner of my eye, and I'm kind of just gonna let it sit here for a second, and I'll show you. Well, I'm gonna do the traditional hack method today, which is highlight and contour. So I'm gonna put a little bit right here in my T-zone, right here, and down here. Hit my cheekbones a little bit as well. And again, I'm just gonna let it sit here. Excuse me, my nose is itching. Pull my hair back too. I'm just gonna let it sit and warm up to my skin while I put the other colors on. Now I'm gonna go into the fluffier end of my hack brush, and I'm gonna go into my main highlight color, which is amber. And again, tiny amount of product, okay? And I'm gonna put that right here in what we say the beard and mustache area. Again, just laying it on my skin, and that's what I'm gonna take and cover that dermatitis with just a little bit. So that's about all I'm gonna put over that for today. Again, this is really the first time I've really put any makeup on it, and I just don't wanna irritate it when I'm finally making some progress in it healing. Okay, so you can see this is amber right in here and white peach, all in there. Now I'm gonna go in with my contour color. I'm using olive right now, my contour. So the traditional hack method, I'm just gonna pick it up with the buff brush, the small end. The hack method, which is highlight, and contour, and I got it on my carpet. Oh, man. See, I'm like out of my flow because I haven't done makeup in so long. Highlight and contour is 3 colors, and these 3 colors make up your foundation, but you're also highlighting and contour versus your typical foundation, which is just basically like a whitewash of your face. And then you come back and you conceal, you color correct, all that kind of stuff. So we do it all in one with Saint makeup. So you can see again, contour, highlight, main highlight, brightening highlight, all of this kind of stuff. I'll put a little bit on my nose here to contour my nose, just a light contour. You don't have to do this step. This is just extra that I like to do. You want to take it all the way up to your eyebrow though, if you do this. I'm gonna come like this a little bit. Okay, so I have those 3 colors. I'm going to blend these out to form my foundation. So I like to, you can 100% guys do all of this with one brush. Just have all the brushes. I like using different brushes for different things. That's why I'm doing it today. But I could 100% apply all my makeup with this one, with this one, with this one. I have the brushes, I'm gonna use them. Okay, so this is blush and bronzer brush, the smaller end. I'm gonna start with the brightening highlight, what I put on first. And you just kind of buff it into your skin. Don't be real rough, all right? Especially when you let it sit there and warm up to the skin. You don't have to do a lot. You're trying to move it around, especially under the eye. I'm just kind of stippling it right in here, like that. Look at that. I mean, look at just the difference from that, right? All right, so let's go in here and do it. Sometimes I don't even put my contour on, honestly, until I've done my main highlights, just because I overblend my contour. I typically do that. So I usually will wait and do it after. So I may have to come back and do a little bit more, we'll see, because I tend to overblend. All right, so we want to take that contour, and so what I mean is I want to keep that shadow. See how I have that shadow? I don't want that to go away. I just want to soften the lines. So I push it up and I bring it down and I push it back to the hairline. See? I don't want it to go away because we want to accentuate the shadows of the face. That's what contour does, is it absorbs light. And then your brightening highlight, what I put my T-zone in right here, that catches the light, right? It brings the eye to the places that we want it to be, which is our eyes, our lips, all of that. Put close to the skin. Okay, so you can see. I should have just done one side versus the other so you can really see the difference. But just the tiniest amount of makeup, you can see I hardly put any on, and look at the coverage I got. I'm just making sure, I'm gonna lean in here and just make sure I got everything blended. Okay, what I like to do next is take my perfector sponge. I've gotten it wet, it's damp, there's something on it, but when I squeeze it, no water comes out of it. So I like to go in and put this in all the areas that makeup will tend to sit on me, which is underneath my eyes, around my nose, and just if I got heavy-handed anywhere, this is gonna keep it from creasing and cracking throughout the day. Okay? So that's just a little step that I like to do. All right, next I'm gonna do bronzer. So Bella bronzer, which is almost gone, but I still got a ton left. I've had this, guys, I have been an artist for a year now. I was a year in July, and I've had this since May of last year. That's how long our products last. You do want to clean your compacts occasionally, like once a month, and I have a video on how to do that. It's super simple with some alcohol spray. But yeah, I mean, that's how long, gosh, my nose is itching, excuse me. I've had these. So I'm swirling together Bella Bronzer, Glow Illuminator, love these two together. Blush and bronzer brush, okay? And I'm gonna hit my high points with this. So temples, cheeks, under the chin, and then I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna blend my neck to my face because we're all typically about a shade or two lighter on our neck than we are our face. So you can see, look at the difference already from this. Just the warmth that that gave me. So simple. And this Bella bronzer looks fantastic on every single skin tone. Everybody. Oh, I got a little heavy-handed there. All right, so no big deal. So see how I got a little heavy-handed with it? You just blend. You just keep blending. That's the beauty of a cream makeup, is it's so flexible, it's so versatile. You can move it around and push it anywhere you want. You can blend it out as much as you want. I go on the sides of my nose just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna take it across my eyes a little. I like to do that too. Just kind of as a base for my eyes. All right, so let me brush my eyebrows back up. All right, so my look tonight is I want to do a bolder lip. So I'm gonna do a very light eye. So this is the eyeshadow brush, and I am just gonna go into, this is a color called Mama, this like soft pink. I'm gonna use my eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna make sure it's clean. So I'm gonna go into our changing tile real quick. Then I'm gonna take this, tap off the excess, and put this just on my lid and into my crease. So I'm gonna do a very, very soft eye, because like I said, I'm gonna do a bolder lip. I'm just feeling it tonight because I haven't worn makeup in a while. And that's my go-to anyways, is I'm more of a, I like to wear a bright lip, and I like to do a soft eye. Every once in a while I'll do a smoky eye and a neutral lip, but this is my go-to. This was my go-to, especially on vacation. It is super soft eye and a big bold lip. Okay. Put a little bit of Mama down. I'm gonna give it just a little bit of definition. I'm gonna go into Bubba right here. Did I point to it wrong? Sorry. Bubba right here. And I'm gonna go into my changing tile. What this changing tile does is it takes all the color off your brush, so I'm not taking my Mama into my Bubba and vice versa. And so that I'm getting a clean color on my eye when I'm putting it on. I'm gonna do that, tap off the excess, and just give me a little bit in the crease in the outside corner. So just a little contrast. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do for my eye. That's my eyelash. Do my eyelash. Okay, so super simple eye. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my primer. This is L'Oreal Voluminous, the best primer ever. I'm gonna put this on and let it sit. Oh, I set myself Sorry, I have to come in close. Your girl is blind in the camera. Just, it's hard to really see in the camera phone here. Okay, now let that sit. Now I'm gonna come in and do a little blush. I have 100%, this is like my daily, every day in summer, what I've been doing. This is Petal and this is Dahlia. So what I like to do is I like to take the Petal, I'm gonna use my ring finger and put a little bit right here on the apple of my cheek. It's real pretty soft pink. Okay. And just kind of laying it down. I'm gonna blend it in a second, so don't freak out. So just this little, see, soft pink. Now I'm gonna take Dahlia, again, using my ring finger, I'm just wiping it off on my towel down here, and I'm gonna put it behind the Petal. So I'm creating like an ombre effect on my cheek, but it's also light to dark, so it's gonna give me a little lift in my cheek. So blush and bronzer brush, small end, I'm gonna dab that Petal, dab the Dahlia, soften it up a little bit. Just like this. And then I'm gonna take the big fluffy end and finish it off. Refine it a little bit. Push it up. See how pretty that is? Can you see the light to dark? Oh, pretty. Okay. All right, now let's get started on some brows a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna go in and do my first coat of mascara. I'm doing a couple coats using 2 different mascaras. When I like to have a big thick lash, where is it? Okay, so first I'm gonna go in with Total Temptation by Maybelline. This is the type of brush head that it is. And forgive me, again, I gotta get in tight to my mirror here, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put that first coat on like that, let that dry, and then do my brows and come back and do another coat. All right, so I've been digging this Brow Luxe. I don't know if this is gonna show for you guys. It's upside down. This Brow Luxe pencil, I just really like it. If you follow me, you're in my Facebook group with the Metabolism and makeup, or you follow me on social media, I'm always trying different brow stuff. I love ours, like I'll use Saint's, I do this one a lot. This is a eyeshadow color called Bird. I'll use it to fill in my brows. I'll use the contour color Olive to fill in my brows. I use the combination of both of those. I use this. I have, where is it? This Glossier product that I like. I just like to try different brow stuff all the time. This is Glossier Brow Flick. It's kind of like a little permanent marker, little felt tip pen right there. Where did that go? And I am gonna be using this Glossier Boy Brow. I'm gonna be using that with the pencil tonight. So just use a combination of things. Just kind of whatever I'm feeling. So I'm just gonna go in, and I'm gonna stay back from my mirror, even though it looks like I'm close to you guys. I'm gonna stay back from this mirror so I get a true sense of exactly what this brow is gonna look like. And I'm just following the hairline. By no means am I a brow expert. I am trying, so I like trying the different products. I am practicing and trying to get better at doing a brow, because I would like to know like how to do a really good big fluffy brow. I'm also using stuff on my brows to try and make them grow. I contemplated getting the what's it called? Oh, you know, where they, what's it called? Jeez, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. The thing where they tattoo in the eyebrows or whatever, basically. Thought about getting that done, but I've had a lot of people say it makes your natural hair fall out. So I'm backing off of that and just decided to start using a product in my brows to try and make them grow. So we'll see. It works really well. It's the same stuff you use on your eyelashes, and it works fantastic in my eyelashes, so hopefully it will work in my brows. Okay, so a little brow like that. I'm going to, brush it out, blend everything together. Make sure that's what I want. I gotta get in close over here, guys. That looks okay. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, actually I'm gonna go back and do a coat of mascara. I'm gonna use my, let me see. I have a ton of mascaras too, okay? Mascaras and brows are kind of like, it's all my thing, but mascara and brows are really, like I have one, I don't even count them. I have a lot. Probably about 12 different mascaras over here. Okay, so I'm gonna go my second coat with the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. This one I'm going to scrape off all excess because I don't want it to get too crazy in my eyelashes. I want them to get full and thick, but I don't want so much product on there. And then I'm gonna show you, I also have a brush for my eyelashes that I'm gonna brush through them here in a minute as well. That will pull off any little excess, you know, that you kind of get around the tips of your lashes, comb out any clumps. And then I'm gonna hit my under eye with this one. I don't put primer on my under eyes. I guess you could. I've seen several people do that. I just don't. But there's no right or wrong, right? We're gonna come in, guys, a little bit closer. It's so hard to see in that camera. Okay. So I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. And then I've got this awesome little tool that I got from Target to go in and just kind of brush them out to make sure I don't have any clumps, any little excess sitting on the end. I did get a little mascara up here. I'm gonna show you how to get that off. You just gotta let it dry. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my Glossier Boy Brow, and I'm going to scrape this guy off as well. It's just like a little brush. I'm gonna scrape off any excess. And the key with this, when you use like a tinted gel like this, is not to touch your skin. So I'm gonna use this to help me go in and create more strokes or hair-like strokes in the brow to make it look even fuller. So you don't want to touch the skin. You just want to get in there and lightly go over the brow. And I'm actually going to do a couple coats of it. So you want to be super light-handed, okay? All right, so I'm going to let that sit for a second. While that's sitting, I'm going to go in and use my scented perfume. This is scent number 4. 4 is my favorite. Sorry, I get 4. Geez, yeah. I have 1, 2, and 4. 4 is my absolute favorite. I love them all, but 4 is phenomenal. So it is a Illuminator, a cream Illuminator perfume, solid perfume, so it's excellent for travel. I'm wearing a little tank top tonight, so when I do that, I love to do this. I like to put a little bit on my collarbones, a little bit on my shoulders. And see that? You see? Look at that. And it smells so good. It smells so good. Right here. I am wearing, let me back up and see if I can show you guys. So I'm wearing a little skirt and a top. I like to take it and put it on the top of my knees, and then I like to hit my ankles with it as well. And it just gives you just the prettiest little glow, just like that. Okay. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, this is a little eyebrow or eyelash brush. Got this from Target. I think it was $3-4, and I'm just gonna go in and use it to comb out my lashes, make sure I don't have any clumps on the end, no clump together lashes, just pull them apart a little bit like that. Okay, so nice and thick. All right, I'm gonna wipe it off. I don't like to get it all. I don't want to have a bunch of buildup on it because then it won't work right. So wipe that off. Next, let's do another coat of the Glossier really quick. Then I'm going to show you how to get the mascara off on your eye if you get it on after you have your eyeshadow, or just if you get it on your face, period, when you're wearing makeup. Don't wipe it, just let it sit and fully dry. Okay, so I scraped this brush again, just going in, adding a couple more strokes in there, kind of like that, just like that. Give me a big fluffy brow. Gonna let that dry. Okay, so I've got the, come in if you guys can see it, if it's transparent. I got mascara on my eye right there. So you just take your swirly end of your brush and you just comb it off. You have to let it completely dry. You gotta be patient. Let it completely dry, and then it will come right off. Get that eyebrow fixed a little bit. There we go. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna set this and then I'm gonna do my lips. So I'm gonna take my Perfector sponge, setting spray. I'm gonna give it 3-4 squirts on my sponge. Kind of work it into the sponge, damp off any excess. And now I'm gonna go in and press. And this is gonna keep my makeup from transferring. Again, it's gonna pull off if I got heavy-handed anywhere. And keep it looking just like this for all night. All night, who am I kidding? We'll go to dinner and I'll still be home and in bed by 9. You know, I don't know. It's just the way I like to be. I am a morning person. I like to be up early, like by 9 a.m. I usually have a ton of stuff done. And I like that. That's the way I like to be. So that's what people, you know, some people are night owls, some people are morning people, and I'm a morning person. Okay, now I'm gonna do lips. So I am gonna use NARS. I love our lip colors totally, but I really love NARS for my, which one is this? I love their, what are these called? These are called, it just says lip pigment. I don't know, they come in containers like this, okay? So they're stains. So I absolutely love these stains. I put them down first. They will stay on through eating, drinking, whatever. These guys stay on. So I'm gonna use a really bright pink tonight. It is summer, and I like it too for the application tip. It's like a liner. I can draw it on. I got a little sloppy with that. That is bright. I have not worn this color in a long time. Just a sec, I gotta clean this up. A little too fast. It's pretty. And look how white your teeth look when you go bright. Okay, so excuse me, where is my, there. Get my little wipes here and I'm gonna clean my lips up. I went a little too fast here in some of the spots. A little too heavy-handed. I gotta go back and fix it up one more time. You're just seeing everything today. So lips are another thing that I like to try different stuff out on. Well, I kind of do and I kind of don't. These are, I've been using these for years, this particular one, and it's just my favorite just because they last so long. And what I mean by, just looking at my lines, what I mean by so long is through eating, through drinking, they stay on your lips. Now, if you do a lot of eating, a lot of drinking, you might have to touch it up at some point. But I just love these. So I like to put that on. I'm gonna let it completely dry, and then I'm gonna go back and put one of our glosses over it tonight. And that's what we'll figure out which one I'm gonna do. So I like to lay that down for my foundation. We have some good stains. I like our stains, and I use them too. I just, like I said, if I'm going out eating and drinking, gonna be doing a lot with my mouth that night. That kind of sounds, could be taken some different ways. Get your mind out of the gutter. You know what I mean? You're eating, drinking a lot. These NARS guys are fantastic. And then I like to take one of our glosses and put over top of it to change the color a little bit. I think, let me see what this looks like. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I used, Hopelessly Devoted. Got a little bit of a shimmer to it. Change the pink just a little bit. I like that. That's really pretty. Okay, so that one's going with me tonight. So what I do, guys, when I go out is I have these little ones. I even have a smaller one. Just don't know where it is right now. That'll hold 2. And I'll just fill this up with, and stick it in my little clutch for the evening. I'll put whatever blush I'm using that night. I'll take whatever lips I'm using, or 2 lips that I'm using, depending upon what it is that night. And then I'll stick also my scented perfume in there and retouch that. And it just, again, depends on like the length of the night, what you're doing, all that kind of stuff, what I might take in there, but that's what I'll do with that. Man, it's a little messed up right there. Okay. Okay, and that's it. That's it. I know this was a super long video, but there was lots of talking. But this makeup really is so easy. I have never felt more confident in makeup, in my ability to use it and look like I know what I'm doing, and it looks good, and I've got highlight, and I've got contour, I've got nice glow, like the works. So if you want to color match, let me know. You can always email me at Cynthia@CynthiaWilliamsWellness to get color matched. You can find me on Instagram at Cynthia Williams Wellness and shoot me a message there. You can find me on Facebook at Cynthia Williams. It's Cynthia Williams Fitness, actually, on Facebook. And you can find me and shoot me a message there, and I'm happy to do a color match for you and help you or answer any questions that you might have. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.